the window open, my bones do shake. I won't wait for you. It's middle of the night, but the street lights keep me awake.
Hey guys, it's Danielle. Back to my channel. As you can see, it's pretty dark outside. That's because it's like 6:30 right now. And about 20 minutes ago, I decided to dye my hair grayish purple. I don't know, something, some type of hybrid between those two colors. I decided it pretty impulsively. So right now I'm outside of the beauty supply store. I'm about to go in and buy the hair dye. Underneath this wig, this is like a blonde brown streak wig I got on with some bangs, but I'm pretty tired of it and I want to wear my natural hair, so I'm just going to dye my hair tonight because I have work tomorrow. And yeah, I'm about to go in and buy the hair dye, and I will see you guys again when I'm back home to dye my hair. So this is the way that my natural hair looks now. As you can see, the color isn't really even. I bleached my roots about a week ago and I don't like the way it turned out. I tried to tone it to like a light ash blonde, but for some reason that didn't work out. And I really want all of my hair to be one color, so I'm just going to use this purple gray dye just to see if my hair turns out the way I want it to. So to dye my hair, I'm going to be using 1 bottle of this Kiss Express Real Purple, 2 bottles of this Platinum Gray by the same brand, some leftover developer from when I bleached my roots a week ago, a random ass bowl, and of course some dye brushes and some latex gloves to protect my hands. Here you can see me mixing in all of the leftover developer, 2 bottles of gray hair dye, and 1 bottle of the purple hair dye. Then I'm just going to take my dye brush and mix it all together, and then I'm going to get to dyeing my hair. So as you can see, my hair was in twists beneath my wig, and I'm just going to clip away the front sections of my hair and just get started on the back twist that was in. So now I'm just going to separate the strands. I have really thick hair, so whenever I'm dyeing my hair, I make sure that I really detangle and separate the strands. It's really helped out that it was already in twists. It made it much easier to separate. So now that my hair is detangled, I'm just going to take a small section of that detangled part of my hair, making sure that all of the strands are separated as much as possible before I start applying the dye. And then I'm just going to coat my brush thoroughly off screen with some of the hair dye, and I'm going to apply that to the roots of my hair. Whenever I'm dyeing my hair, I make sure to really get the roots in, because that's a part in the past when I've dyed my hair that has been patchy after I finished the dye job. So I make sure I get those roots, and then I just bring that dye down, making sure to really massage the dye in so that all of my strands get evenly coated. As you can see, I'm really applying it to that section, because once the thicker parts of my hair, the hair strands are coated, then I could just bring that dye down and make sure all of my hair is evenly coated for a nice finished look. And one thing I've learned over the years when applying dye to my thick hair, I move the brush sideways down the strand, and that just makes sure the dye really gets into each coil, because my hair coils up, and whenever I dye my hair, it's possible for like the inside parts of the section that I'm doing to get missed out by the dye. So I just make sure I really get that brush in there, and then as I'm smoothing the dye through my hair, I make sure to kind of separate it, comb it through with my fingers, just to make sure all of the strands are evenly coated. And now I'm just repeating that process throughout the rest of the section of my hair, making sure I get the roots thoroughly coated in the dye, making sure I move the brush inside of the section so that all of my hair strands are evenly coated. And then I'm just going to smooth the dye down and repeat the process until the section is finished. And now that I am completely done dyeing this section, I'm just making sure to get the top and bottom parts of this section, making sure I get the roots and smoothing out the dye throughout the hair, making sure all of my hair is saturated and has a decent amount of dye on it. I grab a little bit of the dye with the tips of my fingers and making sure I get the roots that are near the split part of my hair, making sure all of the dye is going through the hair. Each part of my hair has a good amount of dye on it, and then I'm just going to twist it up and get it out of my way and move on to the next sections. Right here is just giving you all another angle of how I dye my hair, and it's the perfect time to just add a little disclaimer that I am nowhere near a professional hairstylist nor a natural hair expert. This is just the way that I dye my hair at home. I would encourage you to go to an actual salon if you're trying to dye your hair, especially if you're trying to dye natural hair, as they will be able to have a better, more professional job at doing your hair. This is just the way that I do it, and here's just an up close angle of how I get the dye throughout my hair, how I brush it on, and just trying to smooth it all in throughout my curls. And as you can see, I'm now all done putting the dye in my hair, and I'm undoing my twist. As you can see, I have a pretty decent amount of dye left, so I'm just going to unravel the twist and try to use the rest of the dye to just massage it into my hair, get any spots that I missed, make sure all of my roots are thoroughly coated in dye, and make sure I bring it down through the strands and just use the rest of my dye, get my money's worth. There's no reason for me to have a lot of dye, so might as well just throw it all into my hair as much as possible. So now that all of my hair is dyed, I'm just taking my gloves off, and I'm going to get just a plain plastic cap, and I'm going to put it over my head, make sure all of my hair is tucked in, because the heat kind of helps dye to soak in. And I'm just going to leave this in for about 30 minutes and wash all of the dye off of my face and body. And then I'm just going to put some conditioner in and see how it turns out. Oh my god. So this is the final hair color. As you can see, it's nowhere near gray or even purple. Get close to the camera. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's kind of like this rose gold type of look. I'm not mad at it, but it's not what I was going for at all. I hate my hair grows fast. I literally bleached my hair like a week ago, and it's already like you can already see the roots coming in. I'm pretty sure the dye probably made that even worse. And I just put in this little updo after I got out of rinsing it out of the shower last night. I just twisted it up and put some conditioner in it and just waited until morning. This is the next day, and this is how it looks. It's not even that, it's a little patchy, But overall, I'm not really mad at it. I mean, this is probably, I still want to stay light. Like, I still want my hair to be like a light color. So I guess this is just gonna be it. Because I definitely don't want to do anything too harsh on my hair, like bleach it again or like try to tone it or something. Because as resilient as my hair is, there's only so much you can take, and it's taken pretty well to like all that I've done to it these past 2 weeks. And it's kind of still holding up. You can still see like a little bit of curl pattern. My curl pattern up here is a little bit tighter, but yeah, it's still got some bounce to it overall. So yeah, this is the finished look. Let me know what you think, if you like it. Oh my gosh. So that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.